everybody. Did you think I fell off the face of the earth? I looked on my YouTube channel this morning and realized I hadn't really uploaded a video since the end of April. And oh gosh, well, I was busy. So sit tight. I'm going to bring you up to speed. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a month of Sundays since I have been up on YouTube. First of all, let me tell you that my school year ended successfully. The end of May, I had my final concerts. Parents were happy, administration was happy, I was exhausted. Um, and then I had to get ready to come out here. So, for those of you that have been watching me for some time, you knew that I was coming out to Utah for the summer. So, I'm at the Richfield, Utah KOA. It's in south central Utah. I'm like an hour and a half between Bryce Canyon and uh, Capitol Reef. Canyonlands National Park is not that far. Moab's not that far. Zion's not that far. I am about 3 hours away from the north rim of the canyon, the Grand Canyon. So just kind of gives you some geography of where I'm at. This landscape here is absolutely beautiful. It kind of looks like that. My daughter painted that for me for Mother's Day. So anyway, we got out here on Wednesday, June 1st. Now, it didn't go as smooth as what I wanted to. I think I told you guys before that my son was going to be pulling my camper out here for me, which he did. He did pull it, but we discovered that his own personal pickup wasn't heavy enough to bring my camper out. My camper is pretty heavy, actually. And so we ended up having to rent a truck the morning that we were going to take off. We still took off that morning, just a couple hours later than what we had wanted to. When we got the truck back over to my place where my camper was, the hitch receiver wasn't the right size, so he had to go to AutoZone and get an insert so that the hitch receiver would work. After that, it was smooth sailing. We got out here, and actually we got here, it was 3 days of driving. We stayed one night in Iowa, one night in Colorado, and we got out here in the afternoon of June 1st, got my camper all set up. He took off to go back home because he had to work, and I've been out here ever since. So everything's going well. Molly's adjusting here very well. She's actually become a little bit more social than what she's ever been. You know, she lets people pet her. She rolls around in the grass. She loves going to the dog park now because she's usually the only one in there, and I think that's why she likes it. But you know, it gets her out and walking around. She goes for a couple walks a day with me, so um, we're both doing pretty well out here. So let me tell you about my weight. And I don't want to make this too long. I already recorded this once, and then the program froze up on me. So anyway, I already recorded this one, so I want to make sure I get this down. I'm going to pause this for a second, and then I'm going to pull up my weight chart. Okay, so my last weigh-in in Ohio was on Saturday, May 27th. That was like 3 days before I left. I weighed in at 231.4, and that was a loss of 0.8 pounds, taking my total loss to 46.4. I weighed in here for the first time on Saturday, June 3rd, so just a couple days after I got here. I weighed in at 230.8, which was a loss of 0.6, taking my total loss to 47 pounds. And I know that that day I was happy that I lost because after traveling for 3 days, I wasn't really expecting a loss. And then this past Saturday on June 10th, I weighed in at 227.2, which was a weekly loss of 3.6 and 50.6 total pounds. So I've had 3 weeks now in a row where I've lost weight. I'm hoping to make it 4 on Saturday. Um, and I think working the type of work that I'm doing is helping as you know, that I'm going to plan to go on some hikes here. I haven't done any of that yet. I've only been here for a couple weeks. Uh, I went to Capitol Reef State Park or National Park the other day, and I didn't do any hiking. I did some walking around, but I didn't do any hiking just because I want to get the lay of the land. And I stopped at the visitor center, to get the trail maps and stuff. Planning on going to Bryce later this week, Bryce Canyon National Park. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to get the lay of the land and get some trail maps and then plan my attack. So I wanted to catch you up to speed on what my weight has been doing because, after all, that's why you're here. So before I left Ohio, I switched my app to the diabetic plan. I did that maybe the beginning of May. Uh, and the more I looked at the diabetic plan, the more I realized that it's the Points Plus plan that I followed when I first began Weight Watchers back beginning of 2016. And that was just before they changed to a new program. And I don't remember if it was the Freestyle program or the Smart Points. I think it might have been Freestyle. But anyway, so I still have all my menu plans from back then, and I went back and I looked, and that's kind of what I've been following. So I remembered that specifically because everything counted. Yogurt counted, fruit counted, uh, eggs were still free or 0 points, but most things had points except for non-starchy vegetables. So, and that's what this diabetic plan is on the app. So I don't think they reinvented the wheel when they did that. They just pulled back what worked before and put it on the diabetic plan. So, and I still have the materials at home that will support that. So anyway, it still works out. I remember I believe I had 30 points when I first started. I know I had 30 points when I first started. Now the diabetic plan has given me 28 points a day, which makes sense because I've lost weight since then. And Points Plus, the more weight you lost, the fewer points you got. And I think you got as little as 26, but I stayed at 28 points for quite a while. So I'm used to that 28 point, or I remember the 28 point. I'm trying not to get caught up in the points. I'm just following the plan. I intend to follow that for as long as I'm out here, and we'll see what happens. My my goal is not to lose tons of weight this summer. My goal is to lose weight, but I figure if I'm following the plan, if I'm working the plan's going to work for me. I'm more physically active than what I was back home, and I think it'll have a good outcome. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm eating. And I haven't really changed a whole lot of stuff. I have Kodiak waffles for breakfast once a week. I'm eating chicken. I'm eating steak. I'm eating eggs. I'm eating fat-free Greek yogurt. Uh, I have oatmeal a couple times a week, and ground turkey patties. I'm eating turkey sandwiches for lunch. So it's not like I'm starving myself. I'm following what I know works, and this works. So if you want to find, there's a great website. I think it's called Drizzle Me Skinny. She's got a lot of great Weight Watcher menus up. If you want to go see her, or Simply Nourished Living, you can find a lot of good meal plans on those YouTube channels or those websites. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I haven't done a lot of meal prepping yet. I'm still trying to figure out my schedule here and trying to get into a routine. I'm still trying to get used to camper life, RV living. So lots going on right now. I'm having all kinds of trouble with this software program tonight. It's actually kind of comical. So, well, anyway, I wanted to give you an update on my weight, and I haven't uploaded anything as far as what I'm doing here right now. I'm here till October 15th, so there's going to be plenty of time to show you photos. I think I am going to try to upload a couple photos here at the end of this video so you can see the type of area that I'm in. It's beautiful. I have never seen anything like it. I'm doing more physical labor than I've done in a while. You know, I'm doing housekeeping, which is kicking my butt. And I'm still doing office that like I was last summer. And just a second, I'm going to sneeze. So after this weekend, I'll be doing 2 days of office work, 1 day of housekeeping, and then another day of office work. So I work 4 days in a row, and then I have 3 days off. I'm going to try to be more diligent about uploading videos, but it won't be on days that I'm working. So I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and those are the days I'm going to be most likely uploading a video. Next week, I have an old friend coming to visit me, a friend from high school. I haven't seen her in like 40 years. She lives maybe 6 hours away from me right now. So she's coming up and going to spend a few days here. That'll be fun. If I can get some videos up about that, I will. But the countryside here is gorgeous, and like I said, I've never seen anything like it. The nights are cool, the days are warm. It's been raining more than I thought it was going to be raining, but it's a really pleasant climate here. So, so far so good. Molly's doing great. She's acclimated. She's got a little puppy friend here that she likes to go see, and she seems pretty comfortable. Camper life, so far so good, except for I did have an issue with my furnace today. My furnace keeps cutting out, so I had to turn it on last night. I thought I was going to be getting warm. I wasn't. So there is a problem with my furnace, which I didn't know about. Um, I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's not. It's to the point where it's not like freezing temperatures outside at night. It gets into the high 40s, mid 40s, late at night, and so it gets a little chilly in here. But nothing that I can't live with until I can get home and get it fixed. So I could call a mobile mechanic to come and get it taken care of, but I don't want to spend that much money right now. It's not worth it to me. So, and plus, I may not, I may not be keeping this camper. As much as I like this camper, I'm really hoping that I can find a Class C that I can drive myself instead of having to depend on my son or somebody else to get me from point A to point B. But that's a whole nother thing. So, anyway, I really wanted just to get this video up because it's been so long, and I want to let you know how I was doing with my weight loss, and that let you know that I got out here safely. So for those of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you stick with me. I'm trying to lose about 148 pounds. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you sticking with me all these years. Let's hope for good things this summer. Uh, I hope that this time, 5 months from now, I'm going to be thinner than what I am now. So I will see you guys soon. You guys have a great